3 weeks on from an incredible visit to Portugal, the Motul FIM Superbike World Championship landed in the Netherlands, and where better than the iconic TT Circuit Assen. The Pirelli Dutch round kicked off in style on Friday with 2 free practice sessions, and it was championship leader Nico Bulliger who headed the timesheets. The number 11 has enjoyed a perfect start to the 2026 campaign, and that continued on Friday in the Netherlands as he set a 1 minute 33.687 in FP2 to claim P1. However, Ducati head into this weekend with a fuel flow restriction of 0.5 kilograms an hour after the latest concession checkpoint. Despite a podium in Australia, there was perhaps a surprise name in second place. Lorenzo Baldassarri put in a late lap in free practice 2, a 1 minute 33.963, to snatch second spot away from Ika Lecuona. A strong start for the number 34, who will hope to continue that and secure more podiums as the Worldsbk paddock takes on the Cathedral of Speed. Lecuona heads into the Dutch round with 3 podiums from 3 races at Portimao, and will look to continue that this time out at the venue where he secured his first World Superbike podium for Honda. He finished third on the combined classification with a 1 minute 34.017, just over 3 tenths away from his teammates and around half a tenth away from Baldassarri ahead. BMW's Danilo Petrucci had a good start to the weekend, although a crash in FP1 was a slight blot on his copybook when he lost the front end of his BMW M1000RR at the turn 16, 17, 18 chicane. Nevertheless, a 1 minute 34.092 gave him P4 on the timesheets, just over 4 tenths away from Bulliger. Xavi Vierge left it late for his best time of the day. He set a 1 minute 34.097 right at the end of free practice 2 to secure P5 on the timesheets and continue leading the Yamaha charge. Can the number 97 continue that when racing gets underway on Saturday? Sam Lodes heads into Assen with 3 weeks more recovery on his left wrist, and he said on Thursday ahead of track action that he was almost feeling 100% with it. He finished in P6 on Friday with a 1 minute 34.143, narrowly missing out on a top 5 finish ahead. Sam Lodes was closely followed by twin brother Alex Lodes on the timesheet. The Bimota rider set a 1 minute 34.189 as he finished in P7, although Bimota, like Ducati, headed to the weekend with a fuel flow reduction of 0.5 kilograms an hour following the latest concession checkpoint. Fresh off the back of his podiums at Portimao, Miguel Oliveira headed to Assen full of confidence. However, he finished in P11 on the combined classification, and his day did not get off to a great start when he lost the front of his BMW M1000RR at turn 10 in the final 12 minutes of the session. Not too much time lost for the number 88. Wildcard Twan Smits was making his World Superbike debut at Assen on home soil. The Dutch rider finished in 18th place after an impressive day on the Yamaha R1. A 1 minute 35.121 was his best time set in FP2. However, he did have a crash at turn 8 when he lost the front of his machine. No harm done for the Dutch rider. Finally, Jonathan Rea is back in action for Honda HRC as he continues to stand in for the still recovering Jake Dixon. The 6-time world champion was the fastest Honda rider on track at Assen with a 1 minute 35.124, his best time of the day, set in free practice 2. The number 65 finished in 19th place. At the end of Friday's running, it's Nico Bulliger who leads the way ahead of Lorenzo Baldassarri and teammate Ika Lecuona in a Ducati 1-2-3. Danilo Petrucci is 4th ahead of Xavi Vierge and Sam Lodes, with Alex Lodes completing the top 7, Alvaro Bautista, Jari Montella and Alberto Sura inside the top 10. Miguel Oliveira was 11th ahead of Axel Bassani, Andrea Locatelli, Tommy Bridewell and Taron McKenzie. Bahatin Sofoglu was the only rider not to improve on his FP1 time.
We start in a good way this morning, but I was not very happy with the feeling with the bike. So we improve a little bit today, but I'm still 90%. So we have to work for tomorrow for find that last 10%. But anyway, I'm happy because I have a good pace, I have a good feeling with the bike. So we did a great work also with used tire. I never changed tire this afternoon, so it's a good Friday.